every urban center in Canada during this pandemic, we are seeing firsthand the problems of those who are mentally ill, the problems of those who have drug addictions. Oftentimes they are housed in empty hotels in a neighborhood where there are families and kids. It's impacting the neighborhoods throughout Canada. Fred Cowans lives in downtown Toronto and wants to, for joining us right now, I want you to tell us what you're seeing, what's happening in your neighborhood.
Stephen, for the last 7 months, a man by the name of Michael Kent has lived in a bus shelter just down the street. All of us in the neighborhood have watched him over the past 7 months, and finally this week he died. I called EMS personally 2 days before he died because he was spitting up foam. They reported to me that they thought he was a free-thinking man. He didn't want to go to the hospital, so they did nothing. Not the first time they have been called.
So they did their job, but clearly this man living in a bus shelter, first of all, it takes the shelter away from people who could use the bus shelter for transportation. Secondly, I'm sure it's not a very pretty picture for kids and everybody walking by seeing a man living in a glass shelter. And third, you said he died.
He definitely died, yes, and everybody knew from 51 Division Police and Mayor Tory and all of the councillors responsible for that part of town.
Yeah, but municipalities are responsible for homeless people, but if you're mentally ill or have a serious drug addiction, that is a provincial matter. Have you seen any provincial officers around?
No, I haven't, but then I wouldn't know what they would look like. This, Stephen, is a national, provincial, and City of Toronto issue. We need to change some laws with regards to people's rights. If somebody is mentally ill, then they should be looked after properly, and they shouldn't have to dance around trying to go through forms and getting various hurdles crossed to get the person into a facility that can assess them.
So if you were advising the Premier or advising the Mayor or councillors keep saying we just need more homeless places, what would you do?
Well, my brief research suggests that having somebody in a mental institution costs about $480 a day. My brief research says that the housing things that the City of Toronto are doing about $220 a day, plus food, plus a $30 allowance. It's not that far off. Let's get more beds. And maybe the CNE grounds could be used the way they were used for manning depots at time of war.
I would put to you that it's an abrogation of our responsibility. We just let these people out in the street when they are mentally ill.
I would totally agree, but the law has to be changed in order to be able to keep them in an institution.
And for the law to be changed, we need public focus.
Absolutely.
Which is why you're here, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen.
3 minutes. So thank you for watching. In response to many queries, I want you to know I don't always dress like Don Cherry. He dresses like me. Sometimes. But seriously, we are going to continue to follow the stories that matter to you. The corruption in Ottawa, COVID, the response of officials to it, and what's going on with your taxpayers' money. If you like these stories, please subscribe. You can press the button, it's right up there. And my webpage is right down below here. It's free, and we are providing the service because we want to make sure that Canadians know what's going on.